To CHGO White Sox Podcast, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. I'm an out-of-breath Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson.
This is my favorite Sean Anderson.
I don't like it. I don't have the
post-workout
breath to it. I feel like Michael Kopech in your interview down in spring training. He's just actually did one for like an hour, and I did a 10-minute sprint. That's Vinnie Duber. You can follow him on Twitter at Vinnie Duber. He's our CHGO White Sox beat writer. That's Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
You can follow him on Twitter at ActonWell23. He's our CHGO White Sox community leader. And what's up to the chat? Matt's watching at work. We got Anthony and the Fat Hipster joining us as well. And Sarah is our producer today. We got three things to talk about. We got a quick show today because the CHGO Sports Podcast with Luke and Kevin is coming up. Jesus.
And Jesus, too?
Wow, they got Jesus?
They got Jesus.
What a get.
Hey.
What a get.
He's here for Merch Madness. Yeah.
I don't think he likes capitalism too tough, but go ahead.
It's good capitalism.
My man. Yeah, it is.
And, hey, you got Big Sean, I think. You're talking about Sean Jakowski? We didn't talk much about the 108 tourney, but we got some diehards that are in it, so
yeah.
Why not support them?
I definitely already voted for Sean Jakowski. He's my guy, 50 grand. My man, 50 grand.
All right, so we kind of did this topic a month ago, and it was wanted starting pitchers. And they haven't added anyone. So since it is a short show, this doesn't have to be an in-depth topic, but a month later, the free agent pool really hasn't shrunk. Are you surprised the White Sox haven't added anybody yet? Or haven't added anybody, period?
No, not really. Not the way they've been talking, not the way they've been acting. I think they decided, hey, they went and they got Mike Clevenger real early to fill that rotation. They got their 5 guys. All they really need is some injury fill-ins throughout the season if that's what happens. And I think that they are happy with the depth that they have. I don't know if that's going to play out that way, right? I mean, I think everybody's hoping for health, and Davis Martin proved that he can be a very serviceable, if not very good, number 6 starter, which is the same role he'll be playing this year. I don't think the White Sox feel the need to go out and add anybody else. Again, as I always say, if Rick Hahn says you can never have enough pitching, why don't you just throw as much at the wall and as you possibly can? Get guys that will agree to go to AAA, but those guys, as I've mentioned a million times, are few and far between, right? If you want an established major league starter, you better tell him, hey, guess what? You're going to be a major league starter. I don't think people are willingly going to sign up to go pitch at Charlotte for 3 months until there needs to be a spot start, right? These guys want jobs. They don't want to just be on call. And I think that you see the White Sox starting rotation, and this is what it's going to be.
Yeah, and I think that the White Sox looked, as we have, at the free agent starters and like, I'm good. Dylan Bundy, I'm good. Chris Archer, I'm good. And also, what Vinny said, they have confidence in the people they already have, the 5-man, and the auxiliary players who might be called upon for spot start and that such are good enough. Davis Martin, as Vinny brought up. Even Jonathan Stever, who's coming off an injury from last year, could give you a couple of those spot starts like he usually does from time to time when he is healthy. So I don't think the White Sox should go and find another starting pitcher because the talent pool is just so diluted. It's not that good. Now, if they do sign one of these guys and just put them in the minor leagues and get them ready for it, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not going out to break the bank for any of these guys who are out there on that market because I don't think they can be better than the players that are already on the White Sox roster.
And I'll bring this up too. they did add starting pitching depth this offseason. You might not be happy about it. They might not be guys that you know their names, but they went out and they signed guys and traded for guys who are now among that starting pitching depth at AAA. So just because they're not popping off the board doesn't mean that the White Sox didn't go do what we all said they needed to do. They maybe just didn't do it to the degree that you would have wished that they did.
AJ, Alexei, Mercy,
Yes.
Stretch. Very excited for that. I can't lie.
Oh, yeah, we got to name all 30 MLB ballparks, too.
Don't worry. That's already lined up. I already got that
I didn't even
pre-planned.
study.
We're also going to mention...
We could have studied?
No.
No, I told you guys not to study.
I know. What a jerk.
But then also we're going to talk a little bit about the WBC, bring up the Edwin Diaz injury just because, yikes, that's horrible timing. But even looking at 2021, 2022, outside of the normal 5, about 21 to 20 starts will need to be made up just due to injury, guys missing some time. Like that's what the guys not the main starting 5, even including Dallas Keuchel did last year. Like Vince Velasquez had 9 starts. I think who else had 9
Almost
starts?
all of them early, though, right?
Davis Martin had 9 starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
prior to Johnny Cueto arriving.
right.
Yeah.
And Cueto pitched 24 games, Kopech 25, Lynn 21. The Sox in 21 had, I think, 3 guys above 30. So if they get 3 guys above 30, maybe you have a little bit less worries about bringing up somebody from the minors. But Davis Martin is great. For a 6th starter. Jesse Schultens has been all right so far. We'll see if he's an actual guy, but it's not like they're going to need him to go out and throw 5 innings, like cover 3. We even saw last year, like a couple openers. Tony wasn't even afraid of that, and I don't know if Pedro Grifol will be a little bit more open to an opener idea.
Well, especially if it's only covering 1 game, right? If it's a situation where it's like, oh, man, we're going to skip Dylan or we're going to skip Lucas this time through the rotation just so they can get completely back to 100%, and it's not some sort of extended stay on the injured list, why you might not even see the need to go call up somebody just for 1 game because you're not going to put those guys on there. You don't have a free roster spot open. Go ahead and use the bullpen if you got an off day coming up the next day. That's the way baseball works now, right? You're going to get bullpen days from this White Sox team this year. It's just how baseball goes. I think the ideal world, they have 5 starters make 30 starts, but it doesn't always work out that way. And even if they did all 5 of those guys made 30 starts, Sean is all out of sorts. He's getting a call.
Who's calling me?
Even if they do have 5 guys make 30 starts, that's 150 starts. That's still 12 games. You gotta make up.
Right.
So.
And 2, like that would be great luck for the White Sox to have as many guys pitch 30 games as possible. Dylan, there isn't major concerns. He's pitched in 30 games and basically every single season he's been in. It's really, can Lucas do that? And he's been pretty consistent with that. Lynn's been pretty consistent with that through his career. So, those are the 3 guys you probably expect to hit 30. But Clevenger, it's been on and off throughout his entire career, whether he hits 30. And Michael Kopech, we talked about him, I feel like, a lot in the past month. 140 would be great. He's looking for 180 to 200. We think 160 could be doable. But, again, it's like, how will he hold up for an entire 30-game season? So, still a lot of question marks, and maybe they fill that role when that role or need opens up. Maybe it's not a need right now, but I would say the Sox after this offseason, that's probably the biggest need is starting pitching depth. But there's not a lot of needs.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say that that's like a thing that they need to go out and do today.
No,
yeah,
right. If a spot opened up, but if we're just looking at this team, like maybe a weakness, maybe less of a hole.
They're healthy. They're healthy. That's why. If that changes, then that list of priorities in terms of needs will change dramatically as well. But right now they're healthy. I don't think anybody's looking around saying, "Oh God, they need to address that. They need to address that." I'm so worried about that because the 9 guys or the 10 guys that they're planning on trotting out there every day are ready to go.
No, I think last year Cueto was signed because of Lance Lynn's injury. He was out because of the injury he had. So is there a Johnny Cueto out there available? Probably not. But if the White Sox do have an injury or they see these guys just as minor league deals, I think then they'll maybe think about signing the guys I've mentioned before. But for now, I would not worry about it. I would rather see Jesse Schultens or AJ Alexei take those spot starts instead of somebody who's a has-been, never was type of arm, things like that.
Yeah, the only guy in that category that I do like is Archer. But, again, him, Minor, Pineda, the other guy is
Dylan Bundy.
They've had long careers. Yeah. Just might not be again, they might just want to go to Charlotte.
Yeah.
It seems like a lovely town. One of the nicer, closer to MLB
Probably
AAA
the best
parks.
one.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's beautiful.
Both named Truist, though, so they wouldn't be able to do that. Could they have 2 Truist parks, one in Charlotte and one in Atlanta?
You're already breaking things.
Wow, he's giving hints
You're
already,
already
people.
Damn. There we go.
What a jerk.
Let's take a break before I give away more hints. I think it seems like this is going to be the pitchers on the roster, so I just found it interesting because, a month ago it felt like they were probably going to add somebody, but it seems, we're about 2 weeks away.
There's just not
from opening day.
There
so
is
it seems
just
like
very little. If there's very little to almost no roster drama this spring with this White Sox team, which is a good thing in a way because it means everyone's healthy and there's not really so many spots to fill. Basically, it comes down to, is it going to be Larry Garcia or Hanser Alberto that's the backup infielder, and is Billy Hamilton going to lock down the 4th outfielder spot? Certainly, as I've been saying all along, just because of what he can do with his legs, he would seem to be the obvious choice. But yeah, there's just really not a lot of drama with this team to speak of.
Yeah, and honestly, too, like even with the Leary thing, Hanser signed a minor league deal, so there might not even be drama there. They might give Leary the respect and, we'll give you a month of playing time, and if we don't love your contributions, maybe we'll let you go then. But
I believe Alberto would have to agree to go to Charlotte, given his veteran status.
Yeah,
I believe he would have to agree at the end of March to keep going versus
even if it's a minor
hitting
league
free
contract?
agency.
Yeah,
Especially because it is a minor league contract, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, that's good knowledge to have then.
Yeah.
And
he's
hitting in
MLB
spring training,
invested,
so someone might want him.
Veteran, so yeah, he would have to clear waivers. Somebody would pick him up.
We'll see. Maybe he just wants to. Maybe he likes Charlotte. Maybe Hanser Alberto has just been dreaming of Charlotte. Charlotte dreaming.
No one does.
Why didn't the Mamas and the Papas write that one? Doesn't have the same ring.
No.
Let's let you know about DraftKings Sportsbook, our official sports betting partner of CHGO and All City. They represent DNVR and PHNX as well. They are America's top-rated sportsbook. Super fast withdrawals and deposits. And if you are looking to bet on the NCAA tournament, DraftKings Sportsbook is your place to go. I really love West Virginia to beat Marquette right now. There are so many games to talk about. Cody and I will be live at 12:30 on CHGO Bets to dive into all of the games today. But you also got MLB Futures, World Baseball Classic Futures. I won money on Venezuela being the Pool D winner. Let's go. Turned $9 into 45.
Damn.
Who doesn't love that?
Sean's buying lunch.
No. I'm going to go buy a gym membership. Okay. Download the app now and sign up with code CHGO. New customers can bet $5 and
What's
get
that $45 though?
Well,
Not in this neighborhood.
There's places, right? That are $10 a month.
And not in this neighborhood.
Okay. New customers can place $5. And new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA with code CHGO. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Also want to let you know about RotoWire. There's fantasy, there's betting, there's DFS, all on RotoWire, not only for fantasy baseball, but for golf, soccer, NASCAR, and XFL. And since it is baseball season, get your latest fantasy news from RotoWire, a pioneer of fantasy sports for over 25 years. They offer clean sheets, custom player rankings to fit all leagues, rotisserie, points, 10-cat, 30-cat, and their Ask the Expert function allows their experts to analyze all the wild baseball stats for you, weighted runs created plus, barrel rate, sleepers, and all of the prospects that you need for your first-year player drafts. And they also have access to fantasy, DFS, and sports betting articles. So right now, for a limited time, RotoWire is offering a free 2-day trial to our listeners. Just go to rotowire.com/CHGO to register. No commitments. They are so confident that you'll like their product and want to invest in a subscription plan that they don't even ask for a credit card up front. So take a peek behind the paywall, and when your trial is done, you can decide if a RotoWire package is right for you. rotowire.com/CHGO. All right. Next up is the Edwin Diaz injury. Did you guys see this?
I did.
Horrible.
Yeah, very horrible. I mean, exciting game. Puerto Rico took that game from the Dominican Republic in one inning. It was our former friend, Johnny Cueto, who started off the first inning pretty strong. And that second inning ran into some troubles, and I think they gave up 4 runs in that one inning, and that was pretty much game over. The energy of the Dominican team kind of was sapped out of there because there was a lot of mistakes that made that inning, including, not really a mistake, Aloy kind of half diving for a ball that was way past him. I was like, stop it right now. He was playing right field. And in that play, they actually threw a runner out. But celebrating a championship or an advancement over the team that was supposed to be the top team in that pool in the Dominican Republic, it's a freak injury. I don't besmirch the WBC, the Puerto Rican team, or Edwin Diaz himself for participating in this tournament. I found this tournament to be very exciting, and I'm sure Edwin Diaz, if you ask him today, he was like, I would do it again because this is representing my country. It's representing my fellows behind me, and you saw the excitement. You don't get excited, and you don't have passion this early in the season for just spring training games. This is a good thing for the United States. This is a good thing for baseball globally, too. It's growing the game. And, yes, it sucks that he's hurt, but I think the juice is worth the squeeze. Like, the exposure they're getting right now for the actual great games that they're playing, I think, sometimes you're going to have injuries. That's what baseball's about, and it sucks that it's one of the top closers in baseball, and it's going to be amplified because it's New York, but I don't think anything of this being like, oh, don't have your players go to the next WBC because they're going to get hurt. No, it's a freak thing.
People get hurt in Cactus League games all the time. I mean, people try to do Vince Carter impressions over the wall in the outfield and get hurt and get knocked out for months in his Cactus League games. So I don't understand why this is any different than that. The reason that it's different, I guess, is because he was celebrating, and you don't celebrate winning a Cactus League game or anything like that. But guess what? That could happen if he's a guy who ends a combined no-hitter on opening day. I mean, he's baseball. It's baseball, right? He wasn't out doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Correct.
He wasn't carrying venison down the stairs or whatever Clint Barmas did way back in the day.
He wasn't riding motorcycles like Fernando Tatis. Wasn't
getting out of a hot tub like Kerry Wood. He was just playing and participating in baseball, in a baseball game. I don't see why this would be an argument to not participate in the World Baseball Classic. People that would make that complaint are the same people who were saying before the tournament started already, oh, I don't want my players to play in it because they might get hurt. Don't be selfish. Edwin Diaz wanted to play for Team Puerto Rico. He got hurt playing baseball. It's a shame, but guess what? He did a thing that he was very excited about doing and very into it, and it was something that he was not only allowed to do by his team, but this is a Major League Baseball event, as I keep saying. These guys are encouraged to participate in this, I'm sure, with some few exceptions. But this is where he was where he was supposed to be. He just happened to suffer an injury that happens in baseball.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate, and hopefully it's not as bad as it looks. Seeing a guy get carried off like that is tough to see. I think he was also wheelchaired out as well.
Yep.
Hopefully it's the best. Hopefully it's a 2-month injury rather than a 10th-month injury. Doesn't seem like we have a ton of info just yet. Thankfully, he got paid as well. He's going to get paid $100 million, and that was, before the injury, thankfully, as well. He is very, very talented. Sucks for the Mets to see. But, again, it is unfortunate. And, it's again, like we see guys get injured in spring training. Lance Lynn missed how many weeks because he was pitching in a spring training game? And he could have just been pulled an inning before, and that injury wouldn't have happened. So it's
Jeff Kent was washing his truck, and fell off of it. Got injured in spring training.
Joel Zumaya was playing
Guitar Hero. Yeah.
How do you get hurt playing Guitar Hero?
He was into it, man.
Really
he must have been on Mississippi Queen.
It gets difficult. I in Guitar Hero 3, you had to go down to Georgia and play the devil.
Yeah.
And you had to beat the devil to win the game. The last boss song was "The Devil Goes Down to Georgia."
First of all, that is awesome. Second of all, that is not a guitar.
Right.
That is a fiddle.
Yeah. But
Did you have Fiddle Hero?
No, it was Guitar Hero. I think they turned it into a guitar. But I couldn't beat it, so I had my older cousin beat it. Because he was
advanced
15, and I was 8, and I was like, I can't move my fingers that fast. And Joel Zumaya obviously couldn't either, and he broke his hand. Or whatever.
True.
Connor said John Wall tore his ACL getting out of the shower. Also, Sammy Sosa getting hurt sneezing. So
Sneezing.
bless you, Lawrence. Hopefully you didn't get hurt
Broke
there.
I think Kyle Farnsworth kicked the fan. Not the
Wow.
actual
That's
observer who pays money, but a thing with oscillating blades inside. He kicked it, apparently, for some dumbass reason.
Because he's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But also, too, Eloy knocked out. Shocking to see Dominican Republic knocked out this early. Of course, they'd be celebrating. And, of course, Eloy celebrating a no-hitter. got hurt. So we've seen this before.
Yes.
It's not too surprising. Even Kendrys Morales hit a walk-off home run and broke his leg.
Stepped on home plate.
Stepping home plate.
Out for the year, right?
And then never really the same player after that.
So just unfortunate. Injuries are unfortunate. It's never fun. We don't have to cancel baseball games because someone got hurt. We're sorry, and hopefully the Mets will be okay with their $400 million payroll.
I mean, the other day they said that the Japan-Korea game had 63 million viewers, which was higher than many or any recent memory World Series. So to call it just a meaningless game is selfish. I think it's centered, as KPW put, it's centered in more of a United States type of thing. Like, we're not thinking of it as serious, but some of us United States fans are like, yeah, this is good. I stayed up until at least the 8th inning last night to watch the United States barely beat Colombia. Why did I do that? Because of the World Baseball Classic is so exciting. You get that pride, that nation pride that you don't barely get anywhere else. It's very fun, and I'm sorry that Edwin Diaz is hurt. It's the breaks. If Lance Lynn was hurt, I would pretty much say the same thing. I would be pissed, but I'd be like, I would not say we're canceling the damn WBC because my player got hurt. It's just selfish.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love this quote, too. Astros and Mexican right-hander Jose Urquidy was asked what was the difference between pitching today and in the World Series. Quote, I don't think there was a difference. So you just kind of see what it means to people outside of the United States. Like, this is huge for Mexico. This is huge for Puerto Rico. This is huge for the Dominican Republic.
It's crushing for Dominican
Well,
Republic.
and here's what I'll say too. Fans get to see their favorite team wearing their hometown on their chest, right? White Sox jerseys say Chicago on them when they go on the road, and so you get to see your hometown on the. Tim Anderson's from Alabama.
Yep. Right.
Lance Lynn's from Indiana. Dylan Cease from Georgia. And there are plenty, Lucas Giolito's from California. They are employees that work for this company. They don't have the necessarily, I'm sure some of them acquire it over time, but they don't have the pride, the hometown pride of that. If they did a World Baseball Classic that was all people from America suiting up for their hometown or their home
like
state,
Little League,
like the Little League World Series, you'd probably see a little bit more fire, a little bit more amped upness. So think about that and what it means then for these folks from other countries to get to wear their country on their jersey as well.
Absolutely. Imagine there's a American World Series or whatever you want to call it,
the National Series.
I don't want to say Professional World Series because that just sounds like National World Series.
Just National Series.
National Series.
It would not be World.
That's true. But also, why is the World? There's 2 countries in the World Series.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. It's a paper, though, right?
Huh?
The World in World Series was a paper, right? Wasn't it like the Pittsburgh?
I'm unaware.
Oh,
yeah.
I think the World Series was it was originally named by whatever paper was covering it
okay.
or something like that.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong on that. But my point is, population of Illinois, they took Cubs players, White Sox players, made the best 26-man roster. They'd have 12.6 million people rooting for them. Cuba, 11.6. So, it's just such a hyper-local sport, and now you're putting all of this one island just rooting for their team, and now they're going to be in Miami
and
for the
guys.
first time.
They're neighbors.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just a team that plays for Cuba. It's Cubans that are playing for Cuba. That's the thing that's cool about it.
Damn. It's really exciting. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. As Steven has said, said, Cuba playing from in Miami is going to be sick.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be insane. And Puerto Rico, an island of 3.26. It's like the size of Chicago, kind of a little bit bigger.
Smaller than the metro area, certainly. Yeah.
Right. So just insane to put it in that kind of perspective.
One of our Discord members was at the game last night, United States Colombia.
That's
Melissa.
true. Yeah, and her son was all get up in the '83 outfits as well. So it was very cool to see. And she did mention Tim playing second again. Had a nice tag at second.
Mercy.
Also tried to cut off Mike Trout and drop the ball in center field. So kind of
It's not all sunshine and rainbows.
It's the Tim Anderson, he giveth, he taketh.
Yeah, he had
defense.
a tough day at the plate, too. I think he struck out 3 times. Didn't look good. But those Colombian arms are underrated. They got some people there that can do some things. So Tim is, I think, will solidify his spot versus, I think, the next team to play is Venezuela, which is going to be
tough.
thing.
And that's
in Miami, too.
That's win or go home.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Do or die. We'll see what happens.
And then they got the winner of that game has to play Cuba in Miami. Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I'm very excited for Cuba and see what happens with that one. Let's take a break and let's see if you guys can name all 30 MLB parks. What time do we have to be out? 11:45? All right, so we got a couple
10 minutes. You got like 10
All right,
minutes.
10 minutes.
You can do
That's good.
11:50.
That's enough for
Yeah,
a
11:50.
quiz here. The ComEd Energy Efficiency Program is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities we serve save money and energy. ComEd offers free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities, whether it's lighting, HVAC system, commercial kitchen equipment, or industrial processes. An authorized engineer will work with you to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and needs. These can be done in person or virtually and last approximately 2 hours. Within 3 to 4 weeks, customers will receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects that they can start working on immediately. Each recommendation will include estimated energy savings, cost savings, project costs, potential incentives, and simple payback. So don't wait. Get started saving money and energy today. For energy-saving tips and to schedule your free facility assessment, go to comed.com/poweringbiz, comed.com/poweringbiz. What you got going on? You good?
No, it's my glucose monitor. I got to replace it. Whatever.
All right. Oh, boy. You and I are falling apart today.
Yeah, I got it on silent. The glucose monitor's like, no.
You good?
Replace it.
I'm fine.
No.
Good to hear. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I just got to replace it.
I have apple slices.
You want an applesauce?
No, my blood sugar's good. I just have to replace the monitor that's on my arm. You guys can't see.
Okay. So
I'm doing good too, by the way.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
No,
No one asked me, so I was.
I'm glad you jumped in. That was rude of me. Glad Sarah's doing well. Two of the four ain't bad. That was the Meatloaf song, right?
Yeah, it was.
2 out of 4 ain't bad.
Ask him.
Yeah.
He really could have simplified that one. 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
It's 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh, okay. He couldn't simplify
No.
that one. All right. Do you guys want to be on a team here, or do you want to go back and forth?
I was thinking about this morning, and I'm confident I can do all but maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah. I'll be on Vinny's team.
Okay. we'll do it.
I don't want to lose anymore.
Okay. All right. We'll do it as a
Tired of
team.
losing.
Let's go.
All right. So I have it in sponsor names and team/historic names. Do you want to do sponsor names, team/historic? I got an alphabetical. How do you want to go? You guys are a team.
You give us the team. We'll tell you what the stadium's called.
Okay, we'll just go alphabetical.
Yeah.
This is all these will be sponsor names, and then we'll go sponsor names, then team historic, and it'll be alphabetical. Well, I shouldn't say alphabetical.
Just give us a start.
Milwaukee.
Start listing teams.
Milwaukee.
American Family Field.
Okay, there you
Insurance
go.
Field.
Just American Family Field.
Oh, okay.
All right. St. Louis.
Busch Stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Herb, Arizona.
That is Chase Field.
All right.
That's
New
terrible.
York Mets.
The 9 Mets, they're my favorite squadron. They're just play at Citi Field.
All right. Citizen Bank Park.
Well, that's where the Phillies play. You've now switched what you're doing. Yes. 5 in. We only got 4. We only got 5 in before the rules fell apart.
Detroit.
Comerica.
Okay. Colorado.
Course.
Texas.
Oof. That one's
That's
hard.
one of the ones I don't know.
But it's not.
But
and
he's
that was
going
the
in
thing.
alphabetical order so we can try to guess.
It's been there for 3 years now.
So we were at Coors,
wanna
America. Yeah, let's skip. And come
This
back
it's
up.
no longer Globe Life, correct? Is it? It's Globe Life again? Yeah, Globe Life.
Globe Life Park.
That's what I'm going with.
Globe Life Park. No, I just wanted you to finish the
Yes.
Globe Life Park. All right, next
Nailed
up, Cincinnati.
Great American Ballpark.
Okay, if you don't get this one, you guys are off the show.
Okay.
The Chicago White Sox play.
U.S. Cellular Field.
Thank you very much. Kansas City Royals.
Kaufman Stadium.
There's another one that we were. There's a non-corporate one that we were listing the other day.
Is that non-corporate?
No, it's the name I believe of the family that used to own it.
Kaufman.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't
Edwin
have that.
Kaufman, yeah.
Team/historic, so that's on me. Kaufman Stadium is correct. Miami.
Lone Depot.
There you go.
Yeah.
You said you were going to miss it today. Houston.
Minute Maid Park or Enron Field.
Enron. There you
Field
go.
is accepted. This one is new, but it's been there for, I think, 2 years now. The San Francisco Giants.
Oracle.
Okay.
It's not Pac Bell Park anymore.
I remember it as AT&T Park.
Oh no! Before that, it was Pac Bell,
SBC.
and it was SBC in between those
very
two. So yeah, it had so many different iterations of the Bell Telephone Company's name. Yeah,
All right, next up we got the Padres.
Petco.
yeah.
Oh, and Alex says named after Andy Kaufman.
It's
of
not.
course.
That's a joke.
That's a joke.
Andy Kaufman was a comedian, I was also
Correct.
trying to.
Correct.
yeah,
Or a
make
former
that
Illini
joke.
basketball player. ILL.
Andy Kaufman?
Yeah. In the 90s. Not the comedian.
Not the same guy.
Different
No,
guy.
different guy. Pittsburgh Pirates play?
The best ballpark in Pittsburgh. PNC.
Best ballpark in Pittsburgh.
Are there many?
I mean, it's better than Heinz.
Okay.
And whatever the Paints park is called for the Penguins.
A PNG.
Yeah.
PNG Paints Park?
PPG Paints.
PPG. Cleveland.
They play at that terrible place called the Jake. Now it's called Progressive.
Prague.
There you go. I'll take Progressive. This one's going to be the toughest one.
No, it isn't.
The infested
No shot.
press box of Oakland.
Herb knows it. Does Herb
No, he
know it?
doesn't.
Wait,
He doesn't
it's in alphabetical order.
So we were just at
We did P.
PNC.
Ooh. Oh boy. Start with a Q.
No. And Stephen Niss has you covered on the I&I.
Thank you, Nis. I'm just going to go with Oakland Alameda Coliseum.
No.
No, because the way he's doing it. It's a company whose name starts with maybe an S.
Maybe.
SafeLock.
You're in the right part of the alphabet.
SafeLock.
Not safe lock. You want to skip?
Yeah, Skip.
Okay, we got nothing for Oakland.
Toronto.
Rogers Center.
Seattle.
T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Minnesota.
Target.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Trop.
Ugh.
Atlanta.
That's Truist.
Okay. Truist.
Field.
Okay.
Park.
We'll go to team historic names. The Los Angeles Angels.
Angel
Angel
Stadium.
Stadium.
Okay.
Of
the,
Anaheim sometimes.
the Boston Red Sox.
Fenway Park.
The Nationals.
Nationals Park.
Yeah. How does that one not have a...
I know, it's kind of weird.
That one should have a court. Maybe that's why
Hell,
they're broke.
They have the damn Walgreens thing as their thing. It should be Walgreens Park.
Makes no sense.
In.
Baltimore.
Camden Yards.
Yes. Or Oriole Park
at Camden Yards, yes.
The Cubs
Wrigley Field.
Wrigley, terrible.
and the Yankees.
Yankee Stadium.
Singular.
White Sox Tom chiming in saying Ricky Henderson Field. That is the field, but that's not the stadium.
They've named the field after him,
So,
but it's not the stadium. Yeah.
29 out of 30.
Yeah.
We'll give you.
We aced 29 out of 30.
You got 40. You got 4 minutes.
Pulled Globe Life out of our behinds.
Did we
but
do
yeah.
Dodger Stadium?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, they play at Dodger Stadium.
the Dodgers play at Dodger
Singular.
Stadium.
One
Congratulations.
Dodger.
I don't know why I
Stadium.
missed that one.
I got no more. This is probably. Is this a famous company that sponsors the Oakland
you
Coliseum?
They've been around for 24 years.
Well, I mean, I believe that they are established, but
No,
are they
I'm
something
just-
that I would know?
No, absolutely. No, it begins with an R, and the industry is cloud computing-based business phone systems.
Rakuten. No.
No.
It's good. Not the worst guess.
Ring.
Ring.
Doorbells, people.
Ring.
There's more though to it.
I don't think you're. Yeah. Ring. Send. The
Ring Center. The Ring Center.
The White Sox play in the American League.
Ring
Central.
Central.
Ring Central. There you go. Ring Central Coliseum.
Ugh. No. Go back to O.co.
Does that have a good ring to it?
No.
Right.
Go somewhere
Ring
else.
Central Coliseum.
Please, go to Vegas immediately.
You would think that you play in Ring Central, you would
Have some rings.
You would
Have one.
have some more recent rings.
Well,
They have plenty, but not any very recently.
When
Since,
Tony
like-
La Russa was managing the old ball club.
89?
89, yeah. The
they go-
Earthquake series, yeah.
Yeah.
Did they go 80, 89?
They
Or
went-
89, 90?
They went 88.
They lost in
89,
90 to
and
the
90.
Reds.
Oh.
They
Yeah.
went all three of those years.
Yeah.
They lost to the Dodgers, of course, the Kirk Gibson one, and then won versus the Giants, and then got swept by the Red.
4 rings since the 70s.
By the way, the Reds and the White Sox, only two teams that went like head-to-head or went from first place from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and then won the World Series in the recent history. And had a...
Wire-to-wire first place, and then won the World
Oh.
Series.
Yeah.
Really?
Like the 05 White Sox did, yes.
The Astros have never gone wire to wire?
Literally every day.
That's
Like
weird.
from
I
the
know-
beginning
No, I know,
day.
but I'm surprised that the Astros just haven't done that.
I mean-
the AL West has been pretty
Remember
bad.
the White Sox
Yeah,
that
but maybe
year?
they went
Right,
1
they
and
lost
2
the
in the
first
first
game.
series,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
I
Remember the White Sox that year with like every game, I think they like the first 25 games they had a lead.
Yeah, I mean that's even surprising. With like the Yankees haven't even done it. With all the rings that they won.
We got
it's a good
2
stat
minutes.
there. We're done.
Okay.
Don't worry. That's Vinnie Duber. You can follow him on Twitter at Vinnie Duber. He's our CHGO White Sox beat writer. That's Herb Lawrence. You can follow. INI. That's Herb Lawrence. You can follow him on Twitter at ActonRaw23. He's our CHGO White Sox community leader. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Thank you to Sarah Fichter for producing the show. And we got the CHGO Sports Podcast coming up at 12 o'clock with Kevin and Luke. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're getting closer to 28,000 subscribers, and we will talk to you on Sunday.